Note: condition 3 for simplifying radicals, break, requires that any operations be performed if necessary. Stop. Condition 3 for simplifying radicals requires that any operations be performed if necessary. Note: previously in this chapter, we have discussed how to simplify the product of two radicals. Stop. Previously in this chapter, we have discussed how to simplify the product of two radicals. Question. For example, 1. Using rational exponents for the sake of clarity, break. X to the 4th power, or rather 1/4 power, multiplied by x to the 1/2 power equals blank. Stop. Answer. 1. Using rational exponents for the sake of clarity, x raised to the 1/4 power multiplied by x raised to the 1/2 power. In other words, the same base raised to two different rational exponents equals x raised to the sum 1/4 plus 1/2, which equals 3/4. Note: expressed in radical notation, break, x raised to the 4th root, or rather, the 4th root of x multiplied by the square root of x equals, open parentheses, the 4th root of x, close parentheses, raised to the 3rd power. Stop. So, to repeat, expressed in radical notation, the 4th root of x multiplied by the square root of x equals, open parentheses, the 4th root of x, close parentheses, raised to the 3rd power. Question 2. Again, using rational exponents for clarity, break, a raised to the half power multiplied by b raised to the half power equals blank. Stop. Answer 2. Again, using rational exponents for clarity. A raised to the 1/2 power multiplied by b raised to the 1/2 power, i.e. two different bases raised to the same rational exponent, equals the product a times b, or let me express this a slightly better way, equals, open parentheses, the product a times b, close parentheses, raised to the 1/2 power. Note, expressed in radical notation, break, the square root of a multiplied by the square root of b equals the square root of the product a times b. Stop. So to repeat, expressed in radical notation, the square root of a times the square root of b equals the square root of the product a times b.